your friendly neighbor, Dr. Jimmy128. This time with the assembly video. Woohoo! Sorry, you can't see my face. I am there, and I'm going to be assembling now the rig that I mean the setup or the products that you saw in the last video. So I'm going to try to show you how to do it step by step, and a lot of people think that putting PCs together is a very complicated thing. And after building about 10 systems, I'd say it's not really that complicated. It's actually really simple. So I'm going to show you that. This time I have here the motherboard that we have. This is the MSI B85 G43 gaming motherboard. And the processor that I will be using here is the i5 4570 non-unlocked edition. So I've already explained in the previous video why we're going with this particular processor, so I need not repeat myself. If you want, you can check the item log video. I'll put the link in the description below. So here I'm just gonna take a pair of scissors and make a small incision, or I'm just going to peel off the seal. Okay. So I'm going to remove the processor from its box. So what I'm going to show you here is installing the processor and the RAM, which is actually very simple. The most delicate part is actually the very first part. So here is instructions on how to install the processor. And it even comes with a nice little case badge. I'll put this on the case. And at the bottom here we have our HSF, or our heatsink and fan. This is the stock cooler. So if you're not overclocking, you're not doing like heavy video editing, you don't necessarily need to buy an aftermarket cooler. However, if you want to prolong the life of your processor, help getting good cooling will always help. So yeah, and it also comes with thermal paste. So I'll set this aside. And where did I put the box? Okay, so there's a processor. How to remove it: simply pull the box apart like so. Okay, and then you will reveal the processor. Yay! Let's set that aside. So there is the processor. Now installing the processor is the most dangerous part of the build. Okay, so the first thing you do here is, okay, I'll try to set this in a way that you can see it. I think you can see that. Can you see it? I think so. Alright. So first off, when you set your motherboard down, don't put it on glass or anything. If you have any foam material, you can do that, or you can use the motherboard box. So here is the processor slot. I mean the processor socket. This is socket 1150. It's a fourth gen processor with a fourth gen board. So it's very important, compatibility issues, fourth gen processors with fourth gen boards. So there is a little lock here. You simply push down on that, push it over to the side, release it. This will release the locking mechanism. Okay, remove that, and then you have to be extremely careful. You look. Wait. Okay, here. You have to look for, I'm not sure if you can see that, the slot where this little arrow goes. See that golden arrow? Okay, that is down here. So you slowly remove the processor. Okay, this is the most delicate part, because you see the pins here. If they're bent, then you have a destroyed motherboard. So all you do is set that down there. Okay, and then slowly put it down. Make sure it's in there, it doesn't move too much from left to right. And then for the bracket, you set it right there. And then this is the part that sounds really scary, because the first time I did this, I was like, oh my god, I hear a creaky sound, but that's totally fine. So you just apply, you have to apply some strength here, you have to apply some force. Okay, push the pin down, and there you go. And this one actually got removed by itself. You're supposed to remove this after installing, but it removed itself. So there you go. The processor is now safely installed. That is it. So I have successfully installed the processor. Next is the cooler, which is actually the easiest part. Okay. You also have to apply a bit of force here as well. So the first thing you do is you take note of the holes here on the motherboard. There are some holes there, and make sure that these things go through the holes. I'm sure you boys know how to put things through holes already. See what I did there? Okay, and boys love to play basketball, so you love to shoot balls through hoops. Okay, so now what you do is you have that there. Now you push down until you hear a click, click. I think that click. Click, yes. Then click and click. Make sure that is safe and secure. Awesome. So you have now installed the cooling unit. Next, you have to plug in this CPU fan. There's a fan header over here at the top, and you just plug that in. I might need a little more slack, so I am going to remove this. Okay, careful. You don't want to cut the wires. There you go. So I'm going to put it in the fan header. And there you go. We have now installed the processor and the CPU fan. Now you have to make sure, number one, that when the fan turns, it does not touch the wire, because you're going to get a sound and you're going to get scared. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? I'm sorry. And yeah, and so I'm just testing out the fan, just turning it so it does not clip the wires in any way. So that's good. Next, we're going to be installing the RAM, which is the easiest part. So all you have to do is look for which DIMM slot do you put the RAMs in first. And for this board, it's actually on there. Notice there is the name DIMM slot 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we have a bracket there showing first. So I have to install this in DIMM slot 2 and 4 first. So if you have like dual channel RAM, you have to install it in the primary DIMM slot. So for this particular board, it's DIMM slot 2 and DIMM slot 4. Okay, so all you have to do for this board, there are a couple of locks here, so just slowly pull this out. Okay, both of them come off, not completely off, but yeah. Okay, the lock's open. Take your RAM. This is the G-Skill Rip Jaws, one of the most stable RAM available in the Philippines. You absolutely cannot go wrong with G-Skill RAM. And of course, so here is a case batch. Woohoo! Really nice. Okay, so all you do is take out the RAM. It doesn't matter which goes in first. Okay, so all you have to do is look at the holes here. There is a short, there's a short crevice and a long crevice. Match that up with the short part, the short part of the DIMM of the RAM and the long part. And then there is a little knob notch there. I don't know. A little part there. There's an opening. So you slowly put that in. Okay, and then this is when you apply a bit of force. Once you push the RAM down, the locks will actually close. So notice, you heard a click, and in here, there's another click. So you do the same with the other RAM. There's another click. Again, you just follow the grooves. Short groove, long groove, short groove, long groove. Put it in the center. Oops. Okay, and then click, click. Installing RAM is the most fun part, really. So there, I actually have installed everything now on the motherboard. Of course, make sure to have this handy. Okay. So next, I'm going to show you how the case should be set up. So hang on. Right. So I now have the case actually set up, lying down, and I put the wires aside. So the next part is actually installing the motherboard standoffs. So if no one knows what the motherboard standoff is, it's these things. Wow. Okay. Cool. So this is the packaging of the AeroCool X1. They actually separate the screws and everything. So really nice. Normally, most case manufacturers, just stuff them all in one bag. So here, whoops. So here are the motherboard standoffs. These are the gold thingies. Then we have a bunch of screws, case screws, and more screws for hard drive. So we take the motherboard standoffs out of the bag, and then there are there are holes here, and you can't see them. But let me try to get a nice shot. Okay, so if you can see, there are holes there that you put them in. So for full-size M80X motherboards, I recommend installing the edges first, and then one in the middle. That's all you really need. That's all you really need. So let me get you a nice little shot. Nice little shot. There. I think there. Okay. So that I can show you how I install the motherboard standoffs. So again, I'm going to install one here, the top, one here, the other side, then two here at the bottom, and one in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to take one out. Okay, so you just simply screw it in. I'm gonna fast forward this part. Shoot me down, no, I won't fall.
Holds a grudge that I cannot take, nor I can summarize. Funny you should ask, so I wouldn't call it sane. It's my 2-pound relationship, a deadly, deadly game. She was a 5'6" on a scale of 1 to 10. Sleeps 24/7, owns a 5110. Living in the past has brought her to her knees, staring at stone cast corners and English. She told me, sorry I got wasted. I'm sorry I got wasted. I'm sorry I got wasted. With everybody wasted almost all the time.
think I did it. I've put the case together. I'm sorry, there might be some wind. But I put the case together. Notice that the wire management isn't really all that. I mean, the wire management of the case is not really all that great, but I did the best that I could. So if you notice here, there's the 8-pin connector up there, and I'm not sure if you can see it. Let me just adjust it a little bit. So there's the 8-pin connector up there. What I did was I tied it using zip tie, and then there's a whole lot going on there. But you don't really have to worry because this isn't really exactly your windowed case. And I hid most of the wires like underneath the hard drive. I stuffed everything behind here, under there, as much as I could. So if you look at it at the side, it looks rather clean. Rather. Right, there's the problem with this USB connector, but that is as clean as I could do it because there's absolutely no way to run wires behind this case. So all that I really have to do now is, where is it? All I have to do now is just screw in the power supply. And then we're going to install Windows 7, and then let's see if this works. Wish me luck. Dr. Jimmy out. Well, I'll actually be back, so